This is with D Durrell Life Solutions. Happy to be here once again to talk with each and every one of you. We're going to go on the kind of a merge of the mental health related issues towards the political landscape of this country now. We're going to talk about why people appear to be acting like they're depressed and the world is about to end because Donald Trump won. Now, shout out to all my new subscribers that have come over the last 2 live streams. So I'm going to be doing a lot of content very similar to this with similar topics that kind of mesh mental health and politics and other different issues. So I'm going to definitely ride this gravy train for right now. Appreciate everybody for showing up. We're going to speak on people feeling depressed and down, and it's the end of the world. They're sad. They're disappointed at the American people. They're disappointed at those who have decided to vote for Trump. People are mad, upset with friends, family members, loved ones, etc., etc., etc. I've heard so many different accounts of all types of scenarios as it involves the aftermath of Donald Trump winning. Congratulations to him. Now, my last live stream talked about, the people who should be anxious. And the people who should be depressed or anxious or stressed are not those who actually didn't vote for him. It's a certain group of people who actually did, because they have a concerted effort to kick you out the country, whether you voted for him or not. They don't care. So it is what it is. Whether you're affected directly, as I stated, whether you are affected directly or indirectly, this is the issue. It's up to you. So right now, guys, I'm getting my day started. I am actually heading to get some breakfast and then go to one of my offices. Then I got to go to, my store. Then go to another office and deal with all kinds of financial stuff. I got sessions in about a couple hours, so I'm gonna get all that stuff done and be back at my office so I can go along with my day. But I have a very, very busy morning, and I have a lot of things that I need to take care of. Once again, guys, if you're new to the channel, this is D Durrell with D Durrell Life Solutions. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and share the video. Okay? So, let me get this together. 1 second. All right. So, I'm hearing all kinds of accounts how people feel. The disgruntled voter. Listen, this is the outcome that the American people wanted. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. Don't agree with it. However, I understand is that this is what they want, and we have to respect the process. You have to respect the process. Okay? In a political process, it's a democracy. Everything is not going to happen. The outcomes are not going to always be in your favor. Whether or not it's not about whether or not the people are right or wrong. It's the people have the ability to choose the politician that they so please. Shout out to Conscious Energy, man. Appreciate you for coming in. So that's the reality of it. That is the reality. That's the reality. And we have to accept that. There were people that didn't like that Biden won 4 years ago. How you think they felt during that time? They were disgruntled. They were mad, angry. The system's rigged and all this other silliness. But we moved on. So guys, I'm basically getting ready to get me something to eat. Let's see, I'm in here taking care of a few things, getting some healthy, some fruit, a banana. So I'm getting a few things, and so in this presidential election, everything happened in the manner in which it was supposed to happen. And I also would like the breakfast sandwich with wheat bread. I like the toast. No, I'm sorry, bacon. 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 Yes. Give me one second, guys. Excuse me. That's all. Yes. So, guys, I'm getting my little breakfast to get the day started. Did it go through? Or, there we go. Give me one second. Man, I hate morning time. I'm not a morning person at all. All right. Thank you. So, back to the topic at hand. We're talking about why people are depressed. Is this political race worth you being depressed? You know, we're talking about the symptoms of depression, which involve the fact that your inability to cope with a situation, a life particular situation, thing that's going on in your life, or something you may find unpleasant, a particular situation that you can't deal with, should it be producing this level of psychological distress? My opinion is it depends on what type of situation you're in. Okay? It depends on your situation. If you're a person who uh, feel that you have a risk of being deported, I can understand you being anxious. I can understand you being depressed. If you're a person that was in government and he's downsizing government and you may lose your job, I could understand you be feeling depressed. If you're a person who works in an industry that he through executive orders or other laws may affect your ability to make a living or receive government types of government benefits or something that is associated with the government, I can understand you feeling depressed. I can understand that. Shout out to Tracy's World. What's up, LV? The smoke, the snowman, the showman. Appreciate you all for coming in. I can understand you feeling depressed because he is going to wreak havoc for the next 4 years. That is a definite. That is definitely going to happen. He is going to do the same things at a higher level than the last time he was president, and this time he's going to go in full throttle because he can't be reelected again. So he's going to shove in as much. The next 2 years, you're going to see a drastic change in things. If you are within the LGBT community, he's going to roll back all those laws that that were passed in the previous uh, administration. He's rolling back a bunch of things. All of these different federal laws and different things as far as with the LGBT. He's rolling back all of that stuff. They have the Supreme Court. They have the presidency, the Supreme Court. They have the Senate. They have the House. They have the Congress. They have a lot of state um, governors, judges, federal judges that he appointed. So a lot of what he wants to do, as long as it's not too out of bounds, the Republican Party does not have a problem with allowing him to do certain things as long as they stay in power. The Republican Party has shown that they are willing to compromise the their value system, the little value system that they have. Um, um, they're willing to compromise a lot of things politically to be in power. They their only concern is ruling, being in power, um, s- uh, basically allowing those who are in power, as long as they keep taxes low, as long as they vouch for smaller government, they support the military on whatever needs to be done, they're good. They're not, all the other stuff is like secondary. Okay, I'm sorry. There you go. All the other stuff is secondary. It's basically secondary. Um, so a Trump administration is going to reflect the previous Trump administration. So I don't. My position is, unless you are involved in some of the things that I just talked about, where you're directly affected financially, your freedoms, you're here illegally, um, you are part of a government agency that he may. That now they're saying things about if you're part of the board of education. They're claiming, I'm getting emails this morning. Trump is going to get rid of the board of education. Trump is not getting rid of the Board of Education. Now, will he downsize the Board of Education? Will he maybe not fund education? Probably so. Republicans are known to make drastic cuts across the board, and they don't care. They're willing to cut everything except the military. The military will never get cuts under a Republican administration. Never. And that's just the facts. So, yeah, I mean, depression is not a wanted feeling. You know, it's not a wanted mood that anybody would want. When you're depressed, you're not thinking rational. When you're depressed, you're thinking negatively. When you're depressed, you may think irrationally. Uh, when Depending on when you're depressed, you're not as functional as you are if you're not as functional as you can be if you're not depressed. People who are not depressed are active. They're constantly doing things. They're stimulating themselves. They're being productive. They can concentrate. They can function. They can socialize. They can communicate. When you are depressed, all of those things are hindered or are not being done at all. They are you having difficulty achieving those things, or you choose not to do them at all. And I'm talking about all the way down to just basic hygiene and other daily adult daily activities that you engage in daily that you may not um, effectively take care of if depressed. I hope that there are people who are not seriously um, allowing themselves. Not I'm not going to say allowing themselves, but they're seriously not getting depressed about this outcome. I pray that that is the situation because um, as a voter, we're very far removed from the truth as it involves politics. Period. We rely on social media, the corporate media, you know, radio stations and all to kind of provide information from us. We're not on the ground. We're not working directly with people um, to know really the ins and outs. Unless you're associated with certain people or you're in government, there's a lot of things we don't know. There's a lot of things we should know. But I'm going to caution people to not fall into depression about this particular election. I've heard people talk about feeling depressed and down. It's the end of the world. Um, he's going to take away certain civil civil liberties. No, he's not. He's going to take away my reproductive rights. No, he doesn't. You can't legislate the whole laws behind reproductive rights is all a facade. I don't care what laws you put in place or what you want to make illegal. If you want to not have a child, or you want to prevent yourself from having a child, or if you want to extinguish a pregnancy, you can do it, and the government will not find out. There are ways that you can find if you really want to do it. There's hundreds of thousands of women who do this every day, and also the fact that there's hundred thousands of men who pay for it. So let's stop with all the nonsense. Let's please stop. So short pause. Appreciate the 11 that's in the chat. I have 2 likes. Now you all have been a bit stingy with the likes lately, man. Come on, let's get the likes up. You can at least give me 5, at least 5 or 6 out of 11. Yesterday I had over 103 people watching, and I only had very little likes. So if you're watching, if you're scrolling on the vertical, hey, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please share. This is D Durrell. This is D Durrell Life Solutions. Appreciate you all for coming in. This is kind of I'm trying to make this a daily routine as much as I can to do vertical live streams. I also will be doing some uploads talking about various mental health issues going on in our community. Talk about other business related things with money, things that kind of make up my day to day as a professional, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. I'm basically waiting on my breakfast right now. Once I leave here, I will be going to a store that I own to take care of some business. Gotta take care of some things over there. Be there for about maybe 30-40 minutes, and then I'll be heading to my office, in which I will have a counseling session that I have to engage in. And I'm gonna be doing paperwork and all types of things for the remainder of the day. I thought about going live yesterday. I wanted to go live yesterday, like around the evening time, and I chose not to. I was like, I got some other things to do, and I was feeling a little bit tired and things. 'Cause I worked not extremely late, but I had people coming over with repairs. Man, the tropical storm Beryl or Hurricane Beryl, man, I had all kinds of issues with insurances, paying for repairs, high deductibles. Uh, I dealt with a lot, and I'm still dealing with it. I actually have some people coming over today. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Okay. So, alrighty. So I got my breakfast, guys. I'm just tagging along with D Durrell today as I go along throughout my day. And so I appreciate people for coming in. Um, why I feel depressed. Um, I've spent my career treating depression, and a lot of times, um, people don't. Once people understand the triggers of depression, once people understand the situations that lead to depression and their weaknesses as far as their emotional reaction to certain things, we process and learn how to avoid it, avoid that type of feeling, avoid that emotion. And so you can process depression and avoid it. And so if the political landscape and the whole thing on politics triggers that, I'm sorry about that, guys. Somebody called me. I may have to put this on. Give me a second. I got people calling me. I get a lot of phone calls. It's the only downside to doing content like this in the morning with my phone is that during 8 to 12 is when I get most phone calls. I get a lot of phone calls in the morning time. And so that's the only thing. So sometimes I'm going to have to, put it on do not disturb or work so I can get past that. So you can actually process your way out of depression. You can avoid depression. You can minimize depression. Depression can come and go at any time. But if you feel like Let me know if you can hear me because it seemed like it paused. Can you all hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Um, I think everybody can hear me because this happened yesterday. I don't know what's going on with it, but it does this. I guess when I'm getting in certain spots, that's one reason why I don't like when I do drive. I'm on the go. Um, okay, there we go. I greatly encourage people. I encourage people to just turn it off. Don't watch it. Don't consume it. Minimize your consumption. Maybe use other outlets. Read it in magazines, newspapers, um, or or radio. There's uh, okay, it's back. So let me get out of this building. I think it's the building. So you're gonna be on a ride with me up for a while because I'm, out and about taking care of some things. You're just gonna ride along with me. I remember one time they used to do the go on the go live, whatever. This is what this, but this is a lot better though. The vertical is a lot better than the on the go. People vlogging and things like that. It won't refresh. All right. Excuse me. All right. So, as we know now, we are getting ready to embark upon this whole process of Trump getting his own team and his cabinet.
Fifth floor, going down. Cars. I think maybe it's
So
in the car.
we're
Or at home somewhere.
getting ready to see what happens with that.
Video game.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, I feel like it's like noise. And no yelling to you is just crazy. I just figured out it. And I wanna buy a pocket
Second floor, going down.
I didn't either. I'm not going there. I wanna find my.
First floor, going up.
Yes, purse with me. I don't have a purse. In my purse. This is what I'm looking for.
Okay. I'm back, guys. So, how you doing? I will be very enthusiastic to see. I'd be very enthused to see who his cabinet is going to be this time. I know he's going to bring back some of the same people from the last time, and who's silly enough to join his cabinet, and then they're going to leave in a month or two. Like, we got to understand, human behavior is very predictable. Human behavior is very predictable. And just like all those people who joined his team and left, the same thing is going to happen again, man. And then you're gonna have these idiots. Oh, Trump is wonderful. They like, you know, like they just overlook the obvious, man. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. But it's crazy, but it's funny. But I will definitely enjoy it. It's going to be very entertaining. I think it will be very, very entertaining. And I can't wait to see what happens. And, you know, hey, whatever happens, happens, man. At the end of the day, guys, you still have to work, you still have to pay your bills, you still have to take care of your children. You cannot allow any political environment to stop you from doing the things that matter, that keeps you functioning. And that's pretty much my whole argument. You know, like, you know, he can do all the felonious BS that he engages in. At the end of the day, guys, I'm still gonna do my thing. You know, I'm wondering how you can refresh this. I remember being able to refresh it. I'm still learning this. There you go. Oh, there you go. Nice refreshed. Okay. So yeah, guys, like I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, people want to vote for him. They like voting for him. They think he's, you know, the man that's going to lead the country better than anybody. There are people that you know, believe in the Donald Trump novelty, the Apprentice, and all this other mess. You know, he's a billionaire. Obviously, he's very successful. People like the brashness and the bluntness of Donald Trump. He says what he wants, does what he wants. He's so anti-establishment. The Republican Party can't really control him. But now he's just old, just an old man. He was old when he got elected. Now he's just older. And so the Trump presidency will probably, in all intents and purposes, be ran by other individuals, and he's just a figurehead. I cannot, with great confidence, think Trump is going to be working day to day. He's going to be doing the same shit Biden was doing. Like, come on, man. Like, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have people doing your job for you. You're just sitting there to talk to the media and things like that. I don't foresee you being that active. You be working at a minimal level. They're going to take care of all that for you. There's going to be people in place making sure you vote and you do things, you know, that you're supposed to do. I mean, it's a system. A system is in place. And also, can we really take politics that serious? Do we really, as Americans, take politics that serious to become depressed about it? Now, politics should be taken serious. Yes, it should, because it's your livelihood. So they produce laws that can foster change and create environments that can be good and bad, depending on where you're at on things. I get that. But for myself, look, if look, if it ain't working out, it ain't working out. If you're not doing things you're supposed to be doing from the ground up within your own environment, your own household, then you got bigger things to worry about than someone running around being the president or your governor, Congress, senators. You have bigger, those are the bigger issues. They're far bigger. Okay, sorry. With connecting. Shout out to Lars Anderson stating, I really question his pick of a weekend morning TV show host as defense minister. Seriously. Defense minister. Okay. I'm questioning every damn thing he's doing because he has a Kennedy over the Health and Human Service Department. Man, look, Donald Trump is going to do what he want to do for the most part, much as they allow him to do. And there's going to be all kinds of other things, laws that will be broken. He's going to quickly and swiftly get those felonies off his record. That's going to be dissolved really soon. That's going to be like first order of business for the president-elect. You being convicted of crimes and nobody gives a shit. They really don't. People who have felonies can't even fucking vote, but you can run and win. Only in America. Only in America. Only in America can that happen. But this is America. This is the country we belong to. If so many people felt that strongly about him not being president, well, you should have engaged in activity to influence others. That same energy that you spent hating him and all these other different actions and going live and going on social media, writing in blogs, a lot of that energy should have spent on convincing other people to vote in the manner that you did. So now we're going to hear people complaining for the next 4 years, which means nothing. Literally nothing. It's not going to stop him from being president. He's going to go through a full term, right? He is going to do the things that he's always done. It's not going to stop. This man believes, like, I got money, I'm a white man with money, billionaire, the world is mine. And that's just facts. And this election proved it. And all these women, though, these misogynistic women who claim how they hate him and all these other things, and Donald Trump is such, despicable human being. At the end of the day, you voted for him, and you lied, pretending you were not. Yeah, you did, and you voted at a percentage higher than the first time he ran. And that's facts. So that lets me know a lot of women really don't care how men act. If you got a certain level of money and success, they're willing to overlook all of those flaws. They are. That's what this election taught me. That it doesn't matter lack of values and messing. You can mess and do. You can have felonies. As long as you're rich and you're in a position of power, women, particularly white women, are going to overlook all of the other things. The bottom line is that you got the money and you got the power. We can deal with everything else. That's secondary. I'm not here to judge and tell anybody how they should vote, what you should overlook, judging people, assessing people. But there was a time where that just would not, that was just not the case. But our society is changing greatly. The racial demographic is changing. America as a superpower, if it's still a superpower, our role in the world is changing. And so the political landscape and the way it is structured with a two-party system is the biggest problem. And the two-party system itself allows Democrats and Republicans to have a monopoly on who becomes president and who doesn't. And it's not in the best interest of the American people. And it ain't even about having a third party. To me, fourth or fifth party. Have as many parties as possible. So, and that's just a fact. That's the biggest problem with politics, that we have a two-party system with people who look the same, act the same, dress the same, they in the same circles outside of politics. They actually have a lot in common with each other. Outside of maybe a handful of issues overall, they're really no different. I remember on, I forgot, it was a show that I watched up on politics. It did show that Democrats and Republicans, what they may label as under the disguise of non-partisanship, they vote alike probably 75 to 80% of the time. There's just that 15 to 20% of things where they don't agree that define them as a party. But other than that, there are more nonpartisan things that they vote for, that they consider nonpartisan, that they vote for. And when we talk about things like taxes, immigration, foreign policy, the economics, the as far as the economy and things, those were things where, the things with the military, that's where things are different. But for the most part, Republicans and Democrats are no different. They're really not. They actually agree on more things than they disagree. It's just that we make light of the things that they disagree with more than the things that they don't. I mean, the things that they don't agree with, rather the things that they actually do agree with. And that's just who they are. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I just wanted to, talk to you all for a little bit. I appreciate you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I hope y'all have a great day.